What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Councilmen Show. We are starting soon, talking about all things Disney. This is going to be a big news fest. Let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Councilman Show, episode 91. We have a big show for you guys today here, all things Disney. And to join me, we have none other than Ariq Andria and Teguh Santoso. Karage Scrolls Fire and Karage Creep Black Fry. Uh, this is going to be a great show today. How you guys doing?
All right, we're done here.
We're done here.
I'm just kidding. We're all right. Where's
Wait,
Kelvin?
What just happened? I have no
Where's
clue.
Kelvin,
Kelvin's not here.
All right.
Well, he requested the earlier
Anyway.
start time, but he's not here, so I don't know. Yeah. So we have a big show here today. A lot of news to cover. A lot of juicy news from Disney, the Disney Investor Day. There's going to be a lot. We cannot cover it all. So what we've decided to do is we're going to go run down, talk about each of them, talk about the news, and then after that, we're going to pick and choose which one we want to talk about. And yeah, I think that's probably going to be the majority of the show. Before we get started, though, I do have a question for both of you, and this is on the technical side. Am I like lagging behind in terms of
A
my
bit.
audio?
Is it lagging behind? I don't know.
Because
It's
like,
pretty soon.
okay, I'm not sure because like last time earlier just said something and then it took Ariq to answer me like several seconds after. I don't know if that was a bit or that was actually technical.
All right, let me
So I
let
wasn't
me try
sure.
this out. Okay, let me try this out. I'm gonna ask the question. Okay, Albert, what's 5 plus 8?
Okay. 13.
Oh my God, that's a
That is
considerable delay.
quite the lag.
That is quite the delay. Unless Albert was thinking that long to.
Okay, let me try to leave. So it's probably just on my end. It's on my end. So I'm gonna try to leave and come back because I answered it right away in my screen. So I'll be right back
Okay,
while you
okay.
guys talk about something.
All right. Should we explain everyone why our name is Karage to do?
I feel like
We
Kelvin
need-
should have those
We
on there.
need Kelvin to do it because it's something to do with his lore and backstory. It's not really with us.
Yeah.
His lore. It's a very convoluted process. Actually, it's gonna take so long to explain why. Like we're not gonna have enough for the what do you call it, for the whole show.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Like-
time for Disney.
Remember how long we talked about this Karage thing?
I mean, that was because we were laughing about it.
We were laughing about it for 45 minutes or like an hour nonstop.
Hopefully
Albert-
it's better. I don't know if there's a delay or not.
Let me ask another question.
This is
What's 2 plus 8?
that's 10. Actually, that took me a while.
Wait, that's even long. Wait, it's even
That
longer
took
now.
even longer.
It's even longer.
Actually, I don't know why I have to think about it for a bit. Just okay.
I know, but the point is, like, you start thinking about it several
Okay,
seconds after I ask the question. I don't think it takes you a long
no.
time to.
Well, I don't think there's anything I can do about it because I restarted and I came back. But it's as long as we're passing through that, and I actually saw the live watch on YouTube a bit, and I was the one who's delaying. But you know what? We'll work with it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we can do that.
Sounds good.
We'll have to talk.
There will be a little bit of
talk
dead
at,
air
like,
in this episode.
me and Teguh would have to talk at like, what do you call it, a
We'll have to
delay
be
or something.
patient with Albert,
Yeah, we'll have to be patient. After Albert speaks, I think we'll have to be like, okay. All right, we can move on.
that's
If
true.
you're ready, Albert.
Move on.
All
Moving
right.
on.
Yeah, let's just see how this goes. So yeah, as you all know, Disney Investor Day happened a few days ago, um, and it's basically their version of D23 because they cannot have a convention this year, so they just do a virtual presentation for all their things. They have 52 new projects that they're going to announce. And what we're going to do here today, we're not going to go into each of them in depth. If you want to do that, you can do it on your own. Google it, find out what the Disney Investor Day was about. But we're going to run that. We're going to mention them. And if any of them is like interesting, then we'll talk about it. And we'll divide this into segments. We'll do one for Disney Pixar. We'll do one for Star Wars, and then we'll do one for Marvel shows, and we'll do one for Marvel movies because those two alone are a lot. So we'll start with the Disney, the shows first, the Disney shows, along with the Pixar. So the first one, obviously, Raya and the Last Dragon. That's the upcoming Disney film that's coming out. It's going to be released on Disney Premier Access, just like Mulan, as well as in theaters at the same time. Zootopia is going to have a show called Zootopia Plus coming to Disney Plus. Baymax is going to have his own show, a spin-off from Big Hero 6 coming to Disney Plus as well in 2022. Moana will have its own show coming to 2023. Tiana from The Princess and the Frog is going to have her own show as well. There's also going to be a new show called Iwaju, and this is going to be like an Afro-futurism kind of show that's original to Disney Plus. There's going to be a Buzz Lightyear Origin Series show voiced by Chris Evans. Chris Evans of Captain America fame is going to be voicing Buzz Lightyear in this show, an animated one. And then Luca is going to be coming to theaters in 2021, as well as Turning Red. There's going to be a Pixar movie following a 13-year-old girl who's about going through puberty and have some weird ability with with a red panda. So those are the Pixar. Actually, there's more. There is Dog Days, which is from Up. The dog to have his own show. We're gonna have another spin-off show following Lightning McQueen's and Mater, and then that's it. Those are the Pixar and Disney shows. So out of any of those, which one of those stand out to you guys? We'll go to the go first.
That was a lot to take in. That was a lot to take in.
Could you very quickly go through it?
I didn't have time. For the other stuff, I made the graphics so you guys can see it. But for the Pixar Disney one, I didn't have time for it. But yeah, is there? Okay, just go through them. Say the name.
Yeah, one more time, very quickly.
Okay, so Raya and the Last Dragon, Zootopia Plus, Baymax, Moana, Tiana, Iwanju, Lightyear, Luca, Turning Red, Duck Days, Lightning McQueen, and Mater spinoff.
Raya.
No.
Okay.
That's exactly.
So why does Raya stand out to you?
I don't know. Just like I remember seeing the trailer, and I don't know. I'm just really interested in how it's gonna play out, and I think it's using Southeast Asian lore as well, right? If I'm not mistaken. So a bit close to home. That's my only reasoning. If you're expecting more, I'm sorry that I disappointed you.
But the Albert's just waiting.
No, there's actually. Let me see if I can bring it up.
All right, Albert.
Yeah, there's a delay, but yeah, there's actually pictures. I want to see if I can get the pictures here. But yeah, Raya. It's interesting that they're doing the same thing like Mulan. I don't know if people will pay for it because Mulan didn't pan out so well for them. The same like exact method. But yeah, Ariq, you have any thoughts on Raya?
Apart from what Teguh has to say, not really. Just like we all watched the trailer. I forgot when episode was. Way back when, wasn't too long ago. and we all thought it was like really cool and stuff. Yeah, and then I'm just, like hyped for it basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just really hyped for Raya.
Yeah. So if I don't know if my screen share is like bad quality because of the stream or whatever, but that's like pictures of. I think that's probably one of the villain, the guy on the right. I'm assuming based on
Oh,
looks. I don't know if that's true.
looks like
The left
he looks
person,
like he's from Mulan. The I
yeah,
forgot
he
what
does
his name
actually.
is. The Han,
And then there's
the main bad guy.
yeah, Shang. Is it Shang or is it no?
I
Actually,
think
Shang is
it's
probably
Shang.
the
Yeah.
guy.
Oh well,
Yeah, but
do you
like it
know
looks like the
exactly?
bad guy. Mhm. And
That's
then yeah, I'm
incredible.
guessing that's the dragon, the last dragon, and that's
Oh my
something
god,
else. I don't even know what that is. It look like cats. I'm not sure.
those are monkeys.
Monkey cats. It looks like those Siamese cats. Okay.
Okay, Albert.
Oh my god, take a look.
The
It's a
dragon,
Kirin from
the dragon
Monster
looks.
Oh
Hunter.
no!
The dragon looks so
PTSD.
nice. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks like the monster Kirin from Monster Hunter, but that's a horse. But it counts as a dragon. I'm confused.
As we all are.
All right. So yeah, that's Raya is piquing Teguh's interest. How about you, Ariq? Which one of those interests you the most?
uh, it's the same with Teguh Raya. Like I'm the most like hyped for it after seeing the trailer because it looks, it looks cool, and they have like this new setting, and I like that setting, the Southeast Asian setting and all that. I don't think they've ever done it before. So yeah, it's a new setting. It's like basically like a new world and everything. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. It should be interesting. It's coming out 2020, March 5, 2021. That's probably the soonest, the next Disney Pixar thing that's going to see, except for Soul, obviously, that's coming out on December 25th. But yeah, it looks great. We'll see if there's more news that's going to come from that, obviously. Yeah, if I were to pick one out of all of this, I'm gonna that's different from you guys. I'll pick. Okay, there is one that I'm interested. There is one that I'm curious. So the one that I'm interested is Zootopia Plus, because I think the Zootopia world itself is like so big. You know, if you remember, if you watch Zootopia, there's like different districts in between the towns. I think like they can
Mhm.
explore a lot of that if they decide to do that, and like putting it on a show, just the world building loads could be interesting. They could have an episode dedicated to the slots and just how they do the DMV stuff. So yeah, I think they could do a lot of stuff with that.
Oh my god. You have to watch like a whole movie of the slots working at the DMV. Just get
It's the
everything.
slowest skill of all time.
Uh, should we do an episode like that? Like literally everyone just moves around like, hey guys, welcome back to the
We have to laugh in slow motion as well.
ha ha. So dumb.
So dumb. Anyway, the other one that is make me curious, and I want to hear what you think as well. Actually, the Buzz Lightyear show, the origin show of Buzz Lightyear, and this is like we're follow. You know how Buzz Lightyear have his own story within the film, like the story of the toy within
Mhm.
the Toy Story film. They're gonna
Mhm.
explore that of like the Buzz Lightyear Star Command and like with Zork and like him in space and shit like that. And it was voiced by Chris Evans. What do you think of that premise?
Ooh.
Just to make it clear, this is not like a Toy Story thing. It's literally just Buzz Lightyear's own story, right?
According to their news, it's going to be a definitive original Buzz Lightyear origin story, following a young test pilot that becomes Space Ranger that we know today. That's what they said.
Okay, so it's not really Toy Story related. I mean, I guess it's, I guess it's, what do you call it? It's kind of creative in a way, original. They're making a story of a, oh, how do you explain? It's like a story within a story kind of thing. It's a lore of a toy.
Yeah,
Toy Stories.
yeah. I mean, aside from Woody, Buzz is the only one that really have a backstory, really, because of his like. I don't think maybe others do, but we just don't really know. But like Buzz have his own, yeah, with the whole Emperor Zurg and everything. I even have a video game inside the film.
Yeah. Huh. That's confusing.
Any thoughts on that?
Well, I'm interested. Though what I don't understand is, so do you mean like the story of Buzz Lightyear as a toy? Or are they doing like a Buzz Lightyear movie? As like,
Buzz Lightyear movie, I think based on the fictional story of the toy itself.
okay, I'm interested.
Yeah, could be
I'll have to say.
interesting. I don't know why they didn't get Tim Allen to voice Buzz instead, but instead they got Chris Evans, which will be a very different voice, I guess, for the toy. I cannot imagine it right now, but yeah.
But I
would
can
I
see
prefer Tim
more.
Allen to voice it?
Huh. So is Tim Allen the original voice of Buzz?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
I mean, I guess I would have preferred Tim Allen, but I don't see anything wrong with Chris Evans. Plus, like, you know, there are multiple Buzz Lightyears in the toy universe anyway, so
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That is
it's possible that it's just a completely different
That
Buzz
is
Lightyear.
true.
So it's
Yeah, but
probably
as I
just
recall,
following
I
a different Buzz.
Yeah, the only instance of we seeing multiple buzzes in Toy Story 2, I think, and like
The two?
they all
The one with
sound
the
the
shelf,
same.
right?
Yeah,
Oh, did they all sound the same?
they all. I'm pretty sure, but I guess they can like change it up in this one. And Fred Love Movies, correct me. Yeah, I was wrong. I said this was a series. This is actually a film, so it's going to be. It's coming out in 2022 of the summer. It's going to be a film, not a series. So thank you for
Okay.
correcting me there. Fred also says Baymax more Big Hero 6 is great. That should be Big Hero 6. I think
I said that in
yeah.
the previous episode.
Did you?
Not a previous. Like there was an episode we were talking about like what do you want to continue from Disney? Like what movies do you want to have a sequel? And I said it's a Big Hero 6 because you see the story and stuff.
Yeah. I think there is a Disney Channel show, but I guess actually let me see the description of the Baymax show. Focus on the helpful, health-focused robot appearance. Okay. Well, I don't know if it's going to be a superhero show or if it's just like Baymax healing people show. So every day there is a medical emergency that you have to deal with.
I mean, if it was a mini series, that could work.
Yeah. And also,
imagine someone coming into the hospital where Baymax is, and they have to rush him to the surgery room, and Baymax is like, "I am not fast."
that could be entertaining.
I am not fast.
And then the entire mini episode is just like Baymax with a timer, and then like those action close-up scenes from on the timer, and Baymax trying to get the guy that needs surgery to the operating room.
Yeah, definitely. Right, Fred Love Movies say the Doug and car show is a weird idea. It's a weird thing. Yeah, Doug. I don't know. Well, I don't know if anyone is asking for Doug. And I also don't know what the timeline is. If this is like after they meet Russell or this is before. I don't know. Doug Days follows the dog from Up and is set after he and his master return to suburbia from the jungles.
Okay, and so it's after.
I don't even know.
So it's in the after the end of Up, basically. So it's not set with the Charles Muntz guy.
Yeah.
So I think if it was set before, it would be more interesting, actually.
Yeah.
True. Wait, actually, it says when he he and his master return. So is his master? Are you saying that Carl is his master, or is there a different owner that he used to have before that?
Well, he did call Carl his
Or is it
master
Carl?
later in the movie,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's probably Carl. Should be. Should be. I don't know. That's a weird one. That's a weird one. So is the well, the cars is more appealing because I think they can tell a lot of stuff. Or just like Radiator Springs, like enjoying Radiator Springs, because there's a lot of like character to the town itself.
Mhm.
But yeah, the Dunk one is weird.
It just seems kind of random. I mean, like, when was that movie first came out? Up, it was like very long time ago.
2009.
Yeah, see, like why now of all times they're like, yeah, Doug, perfect.
Because they got Disney Plus and they have all the budget that they want.
Mhm.
They have too much budget, so they have to like waste it something.
Well, they gotta milk something.
Yeah, which is
Doug.
insane if you think about it, because like computer animated stuff is like a lot of budget, and they're doing the Moana show, which I'm assuming is computer animated, and Zootopia, and then this too, Pixar as well. And like they're also supposed to have not in the slate, but earlier last year they mentioned they supposed to have a Monsters at Work, which is the Monster Inc. show, and they still haven't done that yet. So yeah, there's a lot of budget going around for computer animated stuff.
I'm more confused about the Moana one actually, because they ended that pretty well. They started and ended it pretty well. Like, what are they gonna talk about?
Them exploring islands.
That's it.
I mean, what
Moana
else
will
can
be
they really
featured.
do?
Moana will be receiving a long-form musical comedy series spin-off set to arrive on Disney. Yeah, they didn't say anything. It's just a musical comedy.
They didn't say where it was set either. It was just set in the Moana world, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they still 2023. They still have 3 years. Maybe they don't. I don't know if they figured out what anything is going to be. All right. So one category down, 3 more to go. From the world of Disney and Pixar animation, let's go to a galaxy far, far away. Let's talk about Star Wars, guys. So here
Yay.
we go. I got graphics this time. Boom. So
Right,
from
graphics.
left to right,
Whoa.
we got the first. Hold on, I forgot to put up the Councilmen logo. There you go. Okay, so from left to right, we got.
But now we can't see Obi-Wan
This is
though.
the movies first. We got Rogue Squadron. Well, we know it's Obi-Wan.
Fine.
So anyway, we got the Rogue Squadron, which is going to be a new Star Wars film directed by Patty Jenkins, and this will be focusing on the New Republic, basically similar
Ooh,
similar
I'm excited for
timeline
that.
to Mandalorian show, right? Yeah, Mandalorian show is the New Republic. So we're gonna have that. We're gonna have that by Patty Jenkins, director of Wonder Woman. Also, we're gonna have a Taika Waititi movie that's officially in the Star Wars. No official details about what the film's gonna be, but it's gonna be directed by Taika Waititi. And then we're gonna have a. This one is going to be like a short, I think, or a special, a one-off thing. It's going to be like it's not going to be theatrical release. It's going to be Disney Plus, but it's going to be called a droid story, which is basically something to do with the perspective of C-3PO and R2-D2. Not exactly sure what it is. And then we're going to have Mandalorian season 3 that's going to be coming as well. And then we're going to have the Cassian Andor show that's going to be happening, prequel to the Rogue One, because obviously it cannot be a sequel because he did. And then we're going to have Obi-Wan Kenobi, his series that's going to be taking place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. And it's confirmed that Hayden Christensen is going to be returning as Darth Vader, as Anakin Skywalker in the show. And then we're going to have the Acolyte show, which is going to be taking place in the High Republic era, and it will focus on the Sith and the dark side of stuff. So that's going to be a lot of lightsaber dueling stuff going on. We're gonna have an Ahsoka show, live action, starring Rosario Dawson. Spoiler from Mandalorian: Rosario Dawson is playing Ahsoka, and she's going to be reprising that role in the new film, in the new series. We're gonna have the Lando show with Donald Glover. We're gonna have Rangers of the New Republic, also in the New Republic. It's going to be taking place in in the same timeline as the Mandalorian and the Ahsoka Show. We're gonna have the Bad Batch, which is going to be about a rogue group of clone troopers that's taking place during after Clone Wars, I believe. And then the last one is Visions. Not sure what's that about, but that's going to be an anime Star Wars show. So there is that. Which one of those stand out to you guys? And I'll bring back the graphic again.
Wait, bring back the graphics.
Okay, bring back the graphics.
I want to see what looks stands out just from the graphics alone.
Also, this graphics, all of this graphic that I make for the upcoming one for MCU and Star Wars, this took way too long to make.
Yeah, so that's why I put it on here so everyone can see your hard work.
Oh yeah, right.
Okay. Well, I don't have.
I'm not that excited for Ahsoka. Nor am I for Lando.
I don't know, but look at this poster though. It looks so cool.
It does, but not that interested. Depending on how they do Acolyte, I'll be interested. Rogue Squadron, I'll definitely be interested.
Hold on, I'm fact checking the timeline of where it will fit because I think I might have misquoted. Yeah, anyway.
Because right now, Rogue Squadron, I'm just imagining Top Gun, but in space. And
Yo,
I like
dude, that will be so cool. Especially if Patty Jenkins knows how to do action based on Wonder Woman, and assuming 1984 is going to be a good one too. It could be pretty fun.
I mean, yeah, because every time we watch Star Wars, all you see X-Wings do is blow up. Apart from that's all they do, really. I want to see them in action.
That one time they blew up a big ball, you know?
Twice they did it, actually.
And yeah, really, from like the original series, as cool as it is, it's kind of dated. And like the new trilogy, they do have like, well, not the X-Wing. Well, yeah, some of the X-Wing stuff, a lot of the Millennium Falcon stuff is cool, but like a film dedicated to all this is gonna be pretty awesome.
Yeah,
makes sense. Yeah.
Of course, The Mandalorian. Can't wait for season 3. Even though I haven't finished season 2.
I don't have Disney Plus. I can't watch it.
I'll give you my credentials. You can sneak in there.
Oh, I mean, is it even available in my country? Is it
available? Actually, you still need VPN, to be honest. I don't know. It's so stupid. You still need VPN.
Oh, you still need VPN. You're using VPN when you're watching it from here.
Because the Indonesia, I'm gonna turn off graphics temporarily. Because the Indonesia version, it's called Disney Hotstar, and it's like a different streaming service than Disney Plus. It's like it's collaborate with some Indonesian like streaming service, so it's like its own thing. So I cannot even use my Disney Plus app on my tablet to access Disney Plus. I have to use this. If I want to do that, I have to use my VPN. If not, I have to go through the Disney Hotstar, which is like different. So yeah.
Wow.
Also, Rogue Squadron doesn't have a set timeline, so don't quote me on the timeline taking place in the Mandalorian New Republic. It's just something to do with X-Wing spiders. Yeah. Ariq, which one appeals to you the most?
Let's see. It's either I can't exactly choose one. I can't narrow it down to one. It's either between Rogue Squadron, the YTT Star Wars, and Acolyte. Because we never really, at least in the movies, and if you're not like a big fan of Star Wars like I am, like you don't normally see the what do you call it? The Sith side of the lore, so that'd be cool. And Teguh mentioned Rogue Squadron is probably like Top Gun but in outer space. That's cool. And Taika Waititi, we all know he makes great movies and it's usually funny. So maybe it's a funny Star Wars movie. I want to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious with the Taika stuff. They didn't tease anything, but it's going to be, if you have full creative freedom, it's going to be great. And if you've seen season 1 of Mandalorian, one of the episodes that Taika did was pretty damn good as well. So yeah, he clearly liked Star Wars. And then Acolyte, I Is the High Republic and the do you know if the High Republic and the Old Republic is the same thing?
I think Teguh doesn't even know himself.
Well,
Okay. Yeah, but do you know if the High Republic and the Old Republic is the same thing or different?
no idea.
High Republic, Old Republic, they're all Republic. Where's the Democrat?
Okay, I'm gonna Google it. But yeah, like focusing on the sets on the older era where there's a lot of Jedi's and everything. That's like
yeah, this will catch Teguh's eye. Look at this.
No, actually, that is a shame.
Have you ever heard of?
Okay. Okay, so the High Republic is basically the peak of the Galactic Republic. So the peak of the time prior to Phantom Menace, I'm assuming. That's like when all the Jedi's and like all the Siths are there, in terms of like the Galactic Republic. So that's like prequels, really prequel. So it could be a lot of different stuff that you can see there. A lot of Force building, more than we've ever seen. Okay, so if I were to pick one, Ahsoka is interesting, but not knowing Ahsoka that much, I don't know how much I can say. Also, I know that Ahsoka pretty much her story is covered in Rebels and covered in Clone Wars, and then obviously in Mandalorian there's like a part of her. So I don't exactly know where in Ahsoka's life this show's gonna take place. If it's gonna take place in the Mandalorian era, then that's like interesting later in her life. I'm excited about the Rangers of the New Republic because that's gonna take place in the same era as Mandalorian and as a Mandalorian show, and it's going to be helmed by Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, who's doing the Mandalorian show, and they clearly knows their Star Wars and really love their Star Wars more than J.J. Abrams. They know, that they know how to make a good sequel to Star Wars. So I'm excited to see where they bring of this like timeline wise right after Return of the Jedi. You guys have any thoughts on that?
Not sure. I told you, man, I'm not a big Star Wars fan, especially after the calamity that was Rise of the. Oh.
Yeah.
That shall not be named.
What are you talking about? Never existed.
Yeah, yeah, I'm excited. If you see this graphic again, like I'm excited about the fact that they're going to be exploring. They're not touching the sequel trilogy at all. A lot of this are taking place either between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, or slightly after Return of the Jedi. And like there's a lot of stuff that there's a lot of things that you don't really know about that. Like the Bad Batch, like I guess that's the peak of the Clone Wars, and Ahsoka is gonna if it's the same Mandalorian era, so that's after Return of the Jedi, and Lando's like before New Hope. So yeah, they're taking place between those timeline, and I think that there's a lot that we can unpack there. And don't just stay away from the sequel trilogy because it's a mess.
Like
I wouldn't be surprised if they just retcon the entire thing.
Yeah.
It will be ballsy of them to do that. It will take a lot.
Like how Star Wars is the like.
But the thing is, they
currently
low-key tried to
series.
retcon 2 with 3. Like they retcon episode 8 with episode 9.
Yeah. It's just that, dude, like the whole series of Star Wars, for some reason, what is it, like the best stuff is not even from the main storyline.
Yep.
At least currently, it's how
That's
it is.
true. I mean, like I've never seen Clone Wars, but I heard that Clone Wars is like the peak of like Star Wars, and like even Teguh can back me up on this. Like Mandalorian, the season 2 alone and season 1, it feels like it's peak Star Wars in comparison to like the sequel movies, you know?
Oh yeah, it's so much better.
Yeah,
Right,
just
so
like
we
the
know that they
world
can pull this off, but like, Why didn't they pull it off with 789?
They didn't know what
Makes
they were
question.
doing. They literally like directors. Take it, do whatever shit you want, and like they don't really. I don't think they really know the lore of Star Wars or whatever. But like with Favreau and Filoni, who's like in charge of Mandalorian and Clone Wars, I think they can do great stuff. Helming the world building. They should be the 5E of the Star Wars world now. All right. Any final thoughts on the Star Wars ones?
Yeah, I think that's it for me for Star Wars.
Teguh?
What say again?
Any final thoughts on the Star Wars ones?
Nah.
All right.
Star Wars disappointed you so much, you're just like,
Meh.
nah.
All right. So no one want to see the R2D2 C3PO perspective show. Let's move on to.
What would you want to see? Like a perspective of like here, Albert. It's like everything's just like beneath, like everything's just like high up. Is that what you mean?
Oh, I don't know.
From the perspective
Yeah,
of R2D2, it's like beep, boop, beep, boop.
No dialogues too. Yeah, the anime
Alright.
Star Wars show, the Visions one. That I don't know what it's about, but the style looks nice. That thing on the bottom right.
Star Wars Adimu. Like somebody's gonna like draw a sword like a lightsaber just for a split second, and then suddenly the person gets cut in front of them. Like
Everyone's just gonna start getting a Star Wars waifu, you know?
oh, isn't that already happening with Ahsoka? I don't know.
No.
Well, a lot of people seem to like her anyway, so those
Why?
goddamn weebs, nice.
All right, so moving on from Star Wars, let's talk about the stuff that really better fandom than Star Wars right now. Disney's cashing in on this, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're gonna separate this again into two segments because they have a lot. They got movies and they got TV show. They're gonna have 10 shows in the span of 5 years. That's a lot. I think that's gonna actually they're gonna have more than that. But yeah, anyway, we'll start with the movies part first. So the movies part, I included Spider-Man 3 in this thing because even though technically that's not Disney, that's still part of MCU, that's Sony. But yeah, so Spider-Man 3, we know that the official Dr. Octopus is gonna be part of it. Rumored Charlie Cox Daredevil is gonna return, so that's why I put the graphic up there. Also, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Kirsten Dunst, and Emma Stone is rumored to join part of the crew as part of a bigger Spider-Verse kind of thing. So that's that. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness confirmed that Rachel McAdams, aka Homer, is going to be there. That's returning as her character. Also, they confirmed that WandaVision and Spider-Man 3 is going to tie in directly to the Multiverse of Madness. So that's going to be crazy. Thor: Love and Thunder. Jamie Alexander is officially returning as Lady Sif, so we know that she's not dead, part of the snap or part of the or whatever. But yeah, Lady Sif is alive, and she's going to be returning in Thor: Love and Thunder. Also, Christian Bale, rumored for the longest time of what role he's going to be playing, officially confirmed. He's going to be playing Gore, the Gut Butcher. That's going to be the main villain for Thor: Love and Thunder. Black Panther 2. They announced that they're not. They officially announced that they're not going to recast Chadwick Boseman, and they don't say much about it anymore. But that's what they say with Black Panther 2. Captain Marvel 2. Maria Rambeau, who is going to be appearing in WandaVision, is going to appear in Captain Marvel 2 as Marvel herself, who's going to have her own show. She's also going to appear in Captain Marvel 2. Brie Larson returning, obviously. Ant-Man and the Wasp 3, titled Quantum Mania. We're going to have Kang the Conqueror as the main villain, played by Jonathan Majors. And then we're also going to have Cassie Lang being recasted, played by Catherine Langford this time. So that's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And then we're going to have Fantastic Four returning to going home to MCU. John Watts, director of Spider-Man, Homecoming, and Far From Home, is going to be a Fantastic Four movie. And last but not least, Star Wars is going to have a holiday special written and directed by James Gunn. So which one of these pique your interest?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Okay. Let's talk about Spider-Man first. Which part of the news picks you the most?
Huh? What is it?
Part of the what?
Which part? Which part of the Spider-Man 3 news interests you the most?
The
The
fact that a
returning.
lot of them are coming.
Yeah, the cast and everything. It's gonna be this guy, that
Plus,
guy.
I'm assuming this will be a continuation of the last one, right? The one with what's his name?
What? Tom Holland?
Mysterio? Mysterio.
Oh, Mysterio.
A
Yeah.
continuation, right?
Yeah.
Because I really want to know what happens after that. So
It's going to be. This is so we know next year we're gonna have Black Widow, Eternals, and Shang-Chi. And this one from left to right and then down, left to right, up to down. This is the order of the release dates. So Spider-Man 3 is gonna be like right after Eternals and Shang-Chi. So yeah, it's gonna be, yeah. If all of those, I mean, Doctor Octopus is confirmed. Um, Jamie Foxx is confirmed as Electro. The others, Charlie Cox, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Gwen Stacy, Emma Stone, and Kirsten Dunst, that's a rumor. But if it's real, that's gonna be insane. Because that's like stack. That's literal multiverse of Spider-Verse live action.
Yeah, exactly why we're looking
Do you
forward
guys,
to
do you
it.
guys
Because like I don't know, like I know it seems like
do you
there's
guys think that
too
they
many
are gonna do
casts.
Sinister Six?
Sinister Six. Oh.
I don't know. Maybe I hope
Yeah,
so.
like Sinister Six with Spider-Verse, like literally they have three Peter Parker and six Spider-Man villains against each other. That would be crazy.
They who's part of the Sinister Six? I forgot.
Well, the team always rotates, but assuming from what we have, so Doctor
Uh,
Octopus, Electro, Vulture
uh,
may be back, Scorpion. I don't know if Mysterio is actually dead or alive, but if he is, then there's that. And then they might get someone else, like I don't know, they might get a Green Goblin or a Sandman or a Craven the Hunter. So yeah.
wow.
It's a lot. It's gonna be
There's a,
crazy.
I know, but they're going to tie in with all the other stuff with the multiverse of madness thing. So of course they're gonna have a lot of this universes clashing.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna. I am like so curious because, like, again, I think we'll tie this to the multiverse of madness because they say WandaVision, Iron Man 3, and Multiverse of Madness is gonna be um, related to each other. And I know I made the theory of WandaVision. Wanda is gonna make some alternate reality and mess with timeline and alternate universe. But like, I want to know what exactly happened that actually affects Spider-Man. Like, what did Wanda do, or what did Doctor Strange do that opens up this portal and then like unite all these
Oh
characters
yeah.
in there?
Oh yeah. I completely forgot that. That's probably the reason why there are so many Spider-Mans.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I'm curious now.
Yeah, because Wanda is probably the one who did all of that.
Mhm.
Damn it, Wanda.
What do you mean, damn it?
I,
It's good.
I mean, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Wanda.
Also, I love the fact that I think at least for now, Sam Raimi is going to be directing Multiverse of Madness, and he's the director of the original Spider-Man trilogy. So that improves the case of seeing Tobey Maguire even more. That's still happening. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I haven't seen Tobey Maguire in anything for so long.
There is actually a rumor of him like doing a costume fitting recently, but they don't know if it's for Spider-Man or anything, but if it's for Spider-Man, and that's like sort of like hint that it's confirmed. It's gonna be crazy. All right. Well, Yeah. Since you guys already mentioned about Spider-Man, I'm going to, and I guess talk Multiverse of Madness a bit because it's tie-in. I want to talk a bit about. God, I want to talk about all of them, but Thor: Love and Thunder. Christian Bale being the villain is going to be so perfect because Christian Bale, you already know he's a great actor. And Gore, do you guys know who's Gore, the gut butcher is? I guess
I,
familiar
I
with him.
I actually watched a short video explaining about who he is.
He's a great, fantastic villain. He basically, if you don't know, this is based on Jason Aaron's Thor's run, and I actually own the comic back home. He basically all of the gods of Asgard got killed, and like all gods, basically all he kills gods for sport. So like he's like such a. He also cuts off Thor's in the comic. He cuts off Thor's arm, so that's why Thor have like a hook for. I think it's a hook for an arm. If I'm not wrong. So they're gonna have Jane Foster Thor. They're gonna have Thor here, and they're gonna have Valkyrie returning. So he's gonna be pretty formidable opponent. Should be pretty
Oh,
good, and Bale can just like bring it.
now that I've just noticed, the reason why Jane Foster becomes Thor, is it possible that the God Butcher probably killed him, and she took his powers or something? Could be. It's not exactly.
That's
That's not exactly far fetched, you know.
that's possible. It's going to be crazy, but that's possible.
Because the God Butcher is OP as hell. Like he can probably kick Thanos' ass without if Thanos doesn't have the Infinity Stones. Actually,
I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's that strong, but he is like very skillful, and he's like a good fighter too. He's not just strong; like he can fight. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so let's see what we have in the live chat. I don't know why they have to recast Cassie by Fred Long movies. Yeah, that is one that I have mixed feelings about. So Catherine Langford's gonna be playing Cassie Lang. Emma Furnham, who played Cassie Lang in the Endgame, even though she's only there for like 5 minutes. I thought she had chemistry with Scott Lang, with Paul Rudd, and I totally see her as like Paul Rudd's daughter, and like Catherine Langford, she's a bigger name, probably a better actress, but like mixed feelings about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems a bit unnecessary for them to recast, but I guess they're just like Disney has so much money. You're just like, no. This actor's too cheap. We need more expensive actors.
Yeah, I don't know. Just to get butts and seats or whatever. But Marvel don't really need to do that. Maybe they have plans for Cassie again, Young Avengers stature. So maybe they have bigger plans for Cassie, and they're like, we need a bigger name. Maybe that's probably a bigger one. Well, I feel bad for who played her before. Okay. Fred Movies. Happy John Watts is helming Fantastic Four. Yeah, what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of John Watts, director of Spider-Man, doing the Fantastic Four himself?
Oh, this is the original Spider-Man, right? The Toby one.
Homecoming and Far From Home.
Oh. Yeah, that's still pretty. Yeah, that's good. It's been a while since we had. I don't know. I've never even liked the original Fantastic Four. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but I didn't really like it that much. And the new one that was a hot mess. That was a mess. So I think we might actually see the
Yeah.
best. I think we're about to get like the best Fantastic Four like in cinema like ever. I guess if he's directing it. And it's also part of the MCU, so that's very good.
Mm-hmm. Teguh, any thoughts on this?
I don't know. I'm looking forward to all of it, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the longest time, the director of Ant-Man and the Wasp was the one who's supposed to be in charge of it. But now that they do John Watts, I think, well, both of Peyton Reed and John Watts, they're able to do more family-friendly ones based on Spider-Man and Ant-Man because they're sort of like on the lighter side. But I think John Watts is a better director to helm this because Peyton Reed is more comedic, and John Watts can balance it better. I think with Homecoming and Far From Home, and maybe New York has something to do with it. Spider-Man takes place in New York. It's like, oh, Fantastic Four is New York centric. Maybe we should get someone who's familiar with setting. I don't know. It's gonna be great. I'm excited for whoever. I hope John Krasinski and Emily Blunt is gonna be Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman. But yeah, it should be great either way.
Oh, Emily Blunt as
Let's see it.
the Invisible Woman. Oh,
Invisible Woman. Right? And John Krasinski is like her actual husband as Mr. Fantastic. That would be great.
oh yeah, yeah,
They really
yeah.
made a good couple in Quiet. So. Okay, so before we move on to the last segment, Fred Lamovie said, also, Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel should have been expected, but I don't know why I was surprised. Yeah, well, maybe it's because like it's so soon because we just heard Miss Marvel got cast, and like it's obvious like progression, I guess. But yeah, Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel too, as well as Photon, Maria Rambeau should be there. So yeah, should be interesting. New director, hopefully it's more fun. I did watch Captain Marvel. Yeah, it's not a really it's a really okay film. Nothing exciting happens in that film really. It's just like bland. Kind
What are
of
you talking
boring.
about? I thought you're a big fanboy of. I forgot her
I'm a
name.
fan. I'm a fan of Brie Larson. I thought when I first watched Captain Marvel, I thought it was good. Upon rewatch, it doesn't compared to the other MCU movies. This one is pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie.
He admits Albert does not like Brie Larson, guys. Breaking news.
I didn't say that. I still say I like Captain Marvel the movie.
No, we're taking your words and taking them out of context.
Yeah, I should never say anything on the internet ever again.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I keep saying things like, "Oh, I hate Captain Marvel," and I still kind of do, but but if they can improve it, I'll give it a chance. I'm not gonna be like, "Yeah, they're horrible. Don't do it again."
Yeah, I mean they got a new director, and this one's supposed to take place, I think, in the present time instead of the 90s. Maybe that's gonna be better. Yeah, and they probably know how to deal with the character better. Plus, introducing Miss Marvel is pretty smart. It gives a lot of levity to the character, and like Miss Marvel should be, if they do Miss Marvel well, it should be a fun story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Talking about Miss, do you want to say something?
No.
No, he's
Okay.
just saying, he's just in agreement.
Again, the delay. I really don't know if like someone's about to say something and like I cut them off because I'm waiting or whatever. But yeah, talking about Miss Marvel. Let's go to the MCU shows. We got even more of those. There's 12 of them in the graphic. So
Oh my
from
God.
left to right, based on release dates. This is actually all their shows. It's insane. From left to right, based on release dates. WandaVision, obviously coming out January 15th, the shortest one. That's the newest poster. I love the poster. We got to see a trailer for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We got the new trailer that we're seeing that's coming out May or March, I think, 2021. We also saw a trailer for Loki, which is crazy, weird. What If? We saw a trailer of it as well. That's coming out next year. Haley Steinfeld officially confirmed as Hawkeye, as Kate Bishop with Clint Barton Hawkeye. Miss Marvel officially confirmed. I forgot her name. Let me just fact check the name of the actress who plays Miss Marvel because we talk about her a lot today. But yeah, that's going to have her own show. Moon Knight is officially confirmed the show. No casting yet. She-Hulk of Tatiana Maslany playing She-Hulk. Emil Blonsky, Abomination, is confirmed to be part of the cast, as well as Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. Professor Hulk is going to be part of the cast. We're going to see a Secret Invasion show starring Nick Fury and Ben Mendelsohn's Talos as part of the Secret Invasion show. We're going to have Ironheart starring Riri Williams, which is going to be a young protege that's going to be making like a new set of Iron Man suits, or her versions of it at least. We're gonna see Armor Wars starring Don Cheadle Rhodey. It's going to be about the story of what would happen if Stark's armor falls in the wrong hands. So there's that. And there's going to be, this one is not a show, this is going to be like a short called I Am Groot, following the adventures of Baby Groot. So, of all of those mentioned, which one interests you the most? Starting with Ariq.
Hang on. Let's see. I have not. I know the trailer for Loki was out, but I didn't see it yet. Let's see. I guess I'll have to go with Moon Knight because well, everyone likes to say like he's kind of Marvel's like version of like Batman. So I think he's gonna have like very cool action scenes, fight scenes, that kind of stuff. And we've already discussed it before. Like he has like the personality disorder thing. So like it's pretty cool to see like that in the movie. So yeah, I guess Moon Knight is probably the most I'm most interested in all of this.
Yeah. They didn't say much about the reveal. They just like confirm it. I'm looking forward to see who they cast. But it's that they have so much potential to play around with that character. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Most of this is just I just want to like. There's a lot of questions about it, like, especially the ones down here.
Yeah, because the one in the bottom is like we don't know much about them, really.
I want to ask about the secret invasion. Like, I thought the Skrulls were the good guys, so why would they invade? I'm confused.
So I think that well, we're gonna follow Talos and Nick Fury, right? And I think there are going to be bad Skrulls as well as the good Skrulls. We've only seen the good Skrulls, and there's a few of them, as we see in Captain Marvel and as we see in Far From Home. There's like probably a handful of them, but maybe there are still some Skrulls who are actually legit bad, and that's probably we're gonna see like Nick Fury and Talos like deal with that maybe.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because like Skrulls is like a whole race, so like they're probably like good people. Like there are good humans and there are bad humans, So they're like bad
Yeah.
Skrulls and good Skrulls.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Why didn't I think of that? Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Teguh, which one of these interests you? Which one of these makes you scream wahoo? Like Fred's Love movie says wahoo for Secret Invasion.
No.
I will have to say WandaVision.
Oh, I didn't
The one that
expect
we
that.
know the
Actually.
most.
I didn't expect that from Teguh. I don't know why.
Why? What were you expecting?
Oh no, something more action and like robot and shit, so like Armor Wars or something.
I am quite excited for Armor Wars, but more than that, I am excited for WandaVision just because I don't like you see the trailer and like just get confused. Like I need to know what's happening.
I need to get unconfused.
They a month ago until the shows come out. And yeah, the fact that it ties in so much to Spider-Man and Doctor Strange is gonna be selling point for everyone.
Yeah. Actually, now that Teguh mentions it, yeah, like I think when we saw the trailer, like most of us were practically confused. Like, what is this on about?
Mm-hmm. I still believe my theory of like the alternate reality and everything, and yeah.
Did they say they're gonna shoot the first episode in like black and white or something?
Yeah, I mean, like if you see the poster, if you like look at the poster over there, there's like different eras of TV, like old school TV, modern TV, and everything, and like
Yeah.
they have, and in the trailer alone, there's like they spoof TV shows set in the 50s, set in the 60s, set in the 70s, set in the 80s, set in the 90s. So I think every episode will be like a different decade, which is like bonkers if they do that.
But that's very confusing. Oh my god! So like one episode is gonna be like Friends, and then one other episode is like gonna be like The Office or something.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no.
Fred movie says Loki trailer is so confusing, but I'm interested. Yeah, have you guys seen the Loki trailer?
No, I didn't. I did not
Yeah,
see it.
it's I don't understand a thing that they're doing there. they showed the clip from Endgame where he got a Tesseract,
Mhm.
and then like everything else like original and new, and Owen Wilson is in it, and it's like I don't know what his role is,
Owen
but like
Wilson.
yeah, Lightning
Wow.
McQueen himself,
Wow.
Owen Wilson in an MCU film. But yeah, I don't understand anything in the trailer. It looks like that he's just doing evil stuff because this is the evil Loki from Avengers. So, it's fascinating. I have no clue what's gonna happen in that one. More so than WandaVision, honestly.
Well, at least that movie is gonna have a lot of wows.
Wow.
Wow.
He looks great in the trailer. Yeah.
Who?
Owen Wilson looks great in the trailer.
Oh,
He looks different.
he doesn't look
But yeah,
very wow.
yeah. Out of these one, the one that intrigues me the most and we haven't talked about before we go to what intrigues me the most, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I like Falcon's suit. The trailer looks cool, but it doesn't excite me too much, which is kind of sad. Maybe once we see more, it's gonna be great. But so far, it doesn't. It's like I'm not like super excited about it. But the one that excites me the most is obviously aside from the Hawkeye show because we talked about it last week, so I'm not gonna talk about it again. The She-Hulk, the fact that we're gonna have Abomination, that's interesting. That's gonna be crazy. I mean, Hulk is obviously not surprising, but Abomination, Emil Blonsky from The Incredible Hulk, they're tying it back to the old film that they never talk about anymore. But yeah, that should be like, I don't know what they're gonna do with Emil Blonsky Abomination, but it's gonna be there.
Imagine if the universe got so screwed up they have oh god, I forgot the name of the guy. He played the one that played Hulk. He's in Fight Club.
Edward Norton.
Yeah. Imagine if he also appears in look another second Hulk. It's Edward Norton. The first rule about Hulk Club is you do not talk about Hulk Club.
He just smashed.
But that's the second rule. That's the second rule. Just
Yeah. Yeah, that should be that She-Hulk show should be interesting. And yeah, I have no opinions on Ironheart because that's probably the character out of all of these. We talked a little bit. Yeah, interesting.
I don't get Ironheart's story.
I don't either. All I know is Riri Williams is like a young prodigy. Like she's really smart. But yeah, it will follow the story of so Ironheart will follow the teenage Riri Williams who reverse engineers Tony Stark's armor to protect her Chicago neighborhood.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, makes sense. I get
Okay.
it.
Okay. So she founds Tony Stark armor and makes it as her own from the I mean interesting. It sounds grounded.
She grave robbed Tony Stark, like, give me your shit. Again, I don't think Tony Stark was buried with his armor. I'm pretty sure his armor just, I don't know. Like, it's not like
Might be from Iron Man 3, you know, when he blew up all his armor?
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
He found
Okay.
scraps of it.
The fact that the armor wars is about what will happen if Tony Stark's armor land in the wrong hands, that means, or like Tony Stark's technology, whatever, that means that somewhere out there his technology and weapons is like scattered around the globe somehow.
Or I don't know, maybe somebody got blueprints on, what do you call it? Blueprints on like Iron Man suits. They start making them.
Maybe. Yeah, that's true. I mean, someone's bound to get that. It's been like 10 years. Someone probably tried to do it anyway. So yeah, here's the first Iron Man. Okay, so yeah, there is that. And before I forgot, the one who plays Miss Marvel is Iman Velani. And yeah, I was about to check like when does this show take place before Captain Marvel 2 or after, but I would assume before because they probably wouldn't want to introduce her in Captain Marvel 2 unless they introduce her in the show first. But yeah. All right, so we talk a lot here today. I just have one more question for you guys. What do you guys think of the I Am Groot, Baby Groot shorts show?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know if I have an opinion on that.
I can't make an
It says
opinion
that
on
it
that.
will
It's
be.
probably just like just some
It
random
says it
short
will
or
be
something.
a series of short films starring Groot as he interacts with other Marvel characters.
Huh. I mean, there isn't much to go off, isn't there? It's just like a little short that people can, I don't know, enjoy or
Yeah,
something.
so dumb,
It's
so
not like
dumb.
yeah, it's not like a great theatrical release. Whoa, guys, holy shit, it's Groot. The fuck? Like no one's gonna be like that. No, they're just gonna be like,
You know what?
okay.
I want to see a film that's titled Groot, and it's about all the because Groot is like this. Groot is the name of the character and the name of the species and the name of the language at the same time, right? That's like confusing.
Mhm.
Doesn't help at all. I want to see a film where all of the characters are Groot and the whole dialogues are "I am Groot, I am Groot, I am Groot,"
Oh,
and like
yeah.
the whole film is just Groots. Like it's like a
What did
silent film, but just I am Groot.
oh, silent film. I thought you were gonna say they're all gonna be voiced by Vin Diesel.
I mean, technically, if you don't know the dialogue, that's technically a silent film, I guess. Unless you give like subtitles, like explain what they're saying.
That's so complicated for the people who make the subtitles because they don't have to go off anything by the sounds. All they can go off is "I am Groot." They have to make sure they got the right
Yeah, just dialogues. Yeah.
dialogue. So dumb.
Alright.
And then in that "I am Groot" movie, all of a sudden some bald guy in a Mustang appears and he says "I am Groot." But clearly not. It's just Vin Diesel.
Groot is family.
Groot is Groot.
No,
is-
it's like Groot is his family. Like it's like that we are Groot part, you know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we are family.
When he says I am Groot, no, we are Groot.
Oh my god.
All right. Yeah, we covered a lot of news here today, from MCU shows, MCU movie to Star Wars to Disney and Pixar. From all of you guys, from you, before we wrap up the show, because I think we did pretty good here.
We tried to get. We can actually. We got like a small portion of the news technically, because there's
We
so
did.
much.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, we're
everything.
giving our opinions on that. But, yeah, I mean, like we're like giving our opinions on it. If you want to know the full details, like, feel free to like Google it on your own.
Now's the
What
perfect
up,
time for you to
boys?
explain the karage thing, Kelvin.
Yeah, we
And that is
just
it for today's episode of the Councilmen Show. No? Kelvin, hi.
as soon as we say we're about to wrap up, just like I hear a I bet Kelvin
So
just
for the
got.
audio listeners, Kelvin just popped up.
Yeah, I fell asleep.
Oh, okay.
I was
That
on
long?
my yeah, so I was on my bed, just opening, scrolling through Reddit, and you know, I was like, I fell asleep, you know. So yeah, I agree with everything you guys say. Yeah, sure.
You have any thoughts on any of these news that we talked about? I mean, you saw it when I posted in the group chat. So which any of them like piques your interest the
Um,
most? The MCU, Star Wars,
uh,
Disney stuff.
Well, the Star Wars one, the Ahsoka one, I guess is pretty interesting. I know that she's quite a famous one. I guess that's it. Not quite sure with all the Star Wars stuff. Yeah, Obi-Wan's one is pretty interesting. Lando one especially, I guess. And then, I don't know. I just woke up, can't really think. But Fantastic Four, yeah, dude.
I love this shit.
Fantastic Four one is interesting. I like Catherine Newton.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
she's gonna be Cassie.
yeah. Outside of that, I don't really have much thought.
Sounds good. I mean, you just woke up, so that's fair. We talk about a lot, but yeah, that's we pretty much covered a lot of the stuff here.
Yeah. You see? So yeah, guys, let's wrap it up.
This is so great, man. Well, again,
How about
for the people just tuning in, Calvin's the one who requested the earlier start time. As pointed out by Fred Love Movies. Wow, early show today. Guess we didn't wake up.
I wasn't expecting a sleep. Okay. Yeah, should I have gotten on my bed at like 9:30? Alright, so let's wrap it up. Teguh, go ahead.
You can find me on Steam as Deep Fried Tofu, and you can find me on Instagram at TG3399.
Nice. Ariq, yeah, there you go.
What? What do you want me to do? You're not specific, Kelvin.
What's it called? Plug. Yeah, there.
Okay,
Yeah,
there
that's
you
the
go.
word.
Okay. You can find me on Steam at what is my Steam? Oh yeah, the Blue Smith. You can find me on Instagram at Ariq Andria. Oh, I forgot to say throwback to episode 5. Oh fuck it. And I would like to disclose I did not appear last week because as you all remembered, Fred Love's movie he blued my Smith and I was very shocked. So I didn't come in. So I didn't come in last week. So yeah, that's that. I got my Smith blued.
Yikes. We don't think about. We actually goofed with that idea.
I'm gonna movies Fred, Boapa.
You're gonna movies, Fred.
I'm gonna movies Fred.
Alright.
That's funny.
Okay. Bye. Hey, Fred Love Movies, you know what? Thank you for being concerned. I'm okay, I guess. I'm okay, I guess.
Calvin, you're good, and it's like Calvin should redo the whole show on his own and punish him for making the other three carry the show.
Hey, in my defense,
Wait, there's a such thing as a makeup stream?
in my defense, okay. Excluding Albert, between Ariq and Teguh and me, I've been absent the least. Okay, and I did.
Oh, look at you, I'm absolutely.
And I did carry the stream solo when Albert got a blackout. What that one X-Men tier list.
That was like less than 10 minutes because you wake up the show directly right after I leave.
It was unexpected and unplanned. It was unexpected and unplanned, thus making it worth more.
This is the councilman. We don't give awards to each other. You're fired, Kelvin.
Yeah, no, we don't give
Well, maybe we should have gone on sooner. I'm here for the clout, you know. Okay, you can find me on.
Calvin doesn't get to plug. Let's go. Let's move on. You follow me at Wiradharma on Twitter and Instagram. John Movies on YouTube video version. If you want to see all the fancy graphics that I talk about in terms of the new stuff, custom made by Albert Wiradharma right here. If you want to see it, go check it on the YouTube video. But audio listeners, subscribe. Listen to us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, The Councilmen. Leave us a like, leave us a review. I just got our numbers back for 2020. It's been great. We've been improving since last year's show. Thank you guys that has been following us throughout this. Actually, real quick before we do that, we're going to take a break, a quick announcement. We're going to take a break in the last week of December and the first week of January. from the show. So next week will be our last show for the year. So tune in for that. We're gonna take a quick break for the holidays for the Councilmen. But yeah, once again, thank you guys for everyone that's checked out the Councilmen. Follow us at Councilmen Show on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe, leave us a review on the Councilmen Show everywhere you listen to the show. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm quitting the
sounds
council.
good.
Oh, right.
Should we give Kelvin the honors to still wrap it up, or should I do it for?
With that,
Let's
the
go with that.
councilman.
With that,
And we'll see you on the.
The final episode.
And we'll see you on the final episode.